Hi guys, Jenny here again. Now, last time we looked at how to get our birthdays and anniversaries into Home Assistant using my custom component, the anniversaries sensor. This time I'm going to use my other custom component, the Calendarific component, to get the information about public holidays from the Calendarific API. And then we're going to take a look at how we can use the information from both of these sensors in Home Assistant, both on our front end and in some automations. So let's get into it. Okay, the first thing we need to do is come over to the Home Assistant Community Store hacks, and we're going to search for Calendarific. Once we've found this, we can go ahead and install it. There's various information down below about how to set it up. It says a restart is pending. We need to restart Home Assistant. Before we do that, we'll see down below that we need to configure the platform in the configuration YAML file. So to do that, the first thing we need to do is to set up a Calendarific account. Over at the calendarific.com website, we can sign up for free. This will give us a free tier account. That gives us 1,000 API calls per month. My Calendarific integration will make 2 calls per day, so you should have plenty. Once you've logged in to your account in Calendarific, it will give you an API key. Go ahead and copy that, because we need to use that in our configuration YAML. Here in our configuration YAML, we need to put the information about our configuration for the platform. So to do this, what we need to do is put in Calendarific and then our API key. And this is the key we've just copied from calendarific.com. Go ahead and paste that in there. Then we need to put in our country. In my case, it's GB. Next, if your country supports it, I think it's only the UK and the United States that have valid state codes. If you are in a country that does have state codes, and you want to have public holidays from your state, go ahead and put this in here. Mine is GBWLS. Back at the Calendarific website, if we go through to the countries page, it gives us a list of all the countries that they support the holidays for. And we can see there's quite a lot. If we take any one at random and bring it up, it will then give us a list of all the holidays that are supported that it will give us information about in that country. So if your country is on that list, the code is next to the country, you need to put that in for your country code, and you'll get the holidays on the list. If your state is supported, such as the US states and the Great Britain states, if you do not put in the state code, you will get only the holidays which are applicable to all the states. In the UK, the state codes that are supported are for the countries that constitute the UK anyway. So GB ENG, GB NIR, GB SCT and GB WLS. It doesn't support further subdivisions. If you're in the US and want to put your state code in, it has to be in this format. US dash and then the 2-letter state code. I'll put links to both those pages down below. Okay, so we've got that information in the configuration YAML. we can go ahead to server controls, check our config, and if it's valid, we can restart Home Assistant. With Home Assistant restarted, we can go down to Configuration, Integrations, press the plus, and choose Calendarific. In the top, we choose the holiday we want to create a sensor for. It brings up a list of all the holidays it's pulled in from the Calendarific API. Select the one you want. I'm going to choose Easter Sunday because that's a good one because it moves throughout the year. I can put a friendly name there if I don't want it to be called Easter Sunday. I want to think of it as something else. I'm happy for Easter Sunday to be the name, so I'm going to leave it at that and press Submit. It has created the config for Easter Sunday. Fantastic. We can then add that to our Overviews page as a badge, if we like, by going to Configure UI, edit the view, add a badge, and we're going to add it for Easter Sunday, and press Save. And there we are. We've got Easter Sunday on a countdown, and it gives us some information that comes from the Calendarific API. Now, I have been asked, what can we do with this information? Well, we can keep it as a badge. We can put it on a display here. It gives us a countdown to my birthday. But what if we want to display a bit more of the information? I'm going to use another hacks component that's a plugin this time called the Multipleentityrow. Now this is used on entities cards in Home Assistant, and we can see it gives us a nice selection of options that we can put, pulling in attributes and other things onto our display. Once you've installed that plugin, you need to go into your Configure UI and your raw config editor. Or you can do this in your UI Lovelace if you're using YAML mode. You need to add a resource. If you haven't already got the resources section, just go ahead and add it at the top. The type is a module, and you need the URL, which is given in the plugin. At the moment, the card just shows my birthday and the state, which is 153 days. We're going to edit this so that we can use that multiple entity row card. The downside is that we can't edit it in the UI, so we're going to have to use the code editor. We can do it in here though. Where we've got our section, entities, we need to add a type. And the type is custom multiple entity row. Okay, it still looks exactly the same. Now we can add some extra attributes to it. For example, we could add in the info section, that's underneath, we can add the attribute date. And we can see now that it's added the date underneath. The only downside is that it's also put Jenny's birthday. We don't want that. So also under this info, we can put name. And then it takes away the name before that attribute. We can also add an alternative name if we like that. Great. What about something else? Maybe we want to show how many weeks there are to go. We'll add this as the primary. And again, we're going to put attribute And this time we're going to put weeks remaining. And we can see it's done the same again. It's given us the weeks at the end there. But again, it's called it Jenny's birthday. So we could put in here, name, weeks to go. You can see there it is. Maybe we might want to add another one. We can put in secondary. And for this one, we're going to put another attribute. And we're going to use current years. Okay, we can now see Jenny's birthday, 21 weeks to go. Jenny's birthday, 40, 153. Again, we can change the name of this to age. And there we go. We can save that. Now that's much nicer. Okay, what else can we do? Maybe we'd like a reminder to remind us a week before someone's birthday. I'm going to do this in the automations YAML. Obviously we could do it in Node-RED and we could do it in the automations editor. The only trouble with the automations editor, if I'm going to use the TTS service, we can't specify the entity ID in the automations editor. At least I haven't been successful with it. I'm just going to paste this one in because it's a lot easier than typing it out. So, alias, that's the name of the automation, is Jenny's birthday announcement. The trigger is at 1900 hours on the time platform. So at 7 o'clock every day. Then we have a condition. If Jenny's birthday is in 7 days, that's a week, then our action is a data template. Now I've used a data template because I don't just want it to say, look out, it's Jenny's birthday. What I'd like it to do is say, it's only a week until Jenny is 41. So we put in, it's only a week until Jenny is, and then we're going to use this template to show us that it's the state attribute, Jenny's birthday sensor, and the attribute that years at next anniversary. And that will add to the it's only a week until Jenny is to give us a sensible message like that, which then the TTS Google Translate will say, and it will say it on the living room speaker. So we can test that by going into the server controls and telling it to reload the automations. With the automations reloaded, we can go to automations. There it is. We click on the information and we can trigger it. Now, executing automations here will bypass any conditions, and so the action will happen regardless.
It's only a week until Jenny is 41.
Fantastic. You can go ahead and make any automations you like using these. We can display them on the front end or anywhere else we like. We can also use this type of automation to send TTS messages anywhere in the house where there's a media player. We can use it to send notifications to your mobile phone if you've got that connected, or wherever else you like. So have a bit of fun, and it'd be cool to see what you guys do with your automations. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please consider hitting the subscribe button down below and the bell so that you get notified when I post new videos. Also, if you'd like to support my channel, you can check out my Patreon or Buy Me a Coffee pages. And in any case, remember to hit the thumbs up. Till next time guys, see you soon.